Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Back from the Grid podcast. My name is Cody, and we're back, guys. How's it going? What's up, Matthew?
Welcome, everybody. And guess what? It's our 15th episode.
What?
Oh.
Guys, we're halfway to 30. Holy cow.
Holy crap.
Holy cow. Okay, so today, guys, we've got some awesome stuff coming your way. Mountain Blade Bannerlord is 100 days away from release in early access, and
Cody, when's that early access gameplay going to be coming?
y'all, I am concerned.
Oh yeah,
a little bit. I dabbled with the multiplayer, thingy, with the multiplayer beta. It's rough.
Oh,
It's rough. It's okay. I don't know. I'm hoping the single player will be good. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's not well optimized, so my computer can't really run it that well. But it's
so what you need
expected.
to do is you need to get a better computer.
Exactly. That's. Hey, donate to our page.
GoFundMe.
Go to our GoFundMe page at www.gofundme.getmeanewcomputer.org.hacks.org.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so Matthew, what have you been up to in the past week? Have you been playing any video games? Have you been dealing with any life stuff? Anything interesting going on?
Yeah, I've been playing a little bit of Call of Duty. I've been playing some Ground War and a little bit of 6v6 on Modern Warfare.
Now, for those who don't know, the new Modern Warfare game, I think we talked about it last time. Ground War is like the giant death
50
battle.
v 50.
50 v 50.
It's pretty massive. That's a lot of players.
It's almost like they're copying another game that's similar to this.
Hey, you know what? And there's talks about them having Battle Royale in the game.
Oh, dear goodness.
With 200 players.
Oof.
I saw that and I was like, I took my glasses off and
I did a double take.
I did a double take because I was like, whoa.
And then you tried to drink water and you spit it out.
I spit it out and I just kind of was like, what?
Okay.
I doubt that's going to be a thing. If that's a thing, I'll poo my pants, buy 50 copies of Modern Warfare, and then lock myself in my room for 2 weeks straight.
That seems like a really strange order in which to do those things, Matthew.
Obviously. So,
okay,
yeah.
I have to go buy 50 copies, but hold on. Okay, let's go buy 50 copies.
Yes.
All right, so interesting. Have you been doing anything else? Anything else happening in your life?
I played through, played a little bit, a couple rounds of Civ 5. Me and Cody actually played it a little bit.
Yes, we did play offline
game. Spain
died.
the weakling of the solution of the two.
Yes,
here.
but do you want to know how Spain died? Because Matthew was like, Cody, help! And I was like, all right, hold on. And I sent my navy and we destroyed her.
She regretted all the decisions. I love the part where she tried to get peace and she's like, wait, let's work something out. Let's be friends.
But wait, there's more.
But wait.
Okay, that's pretty cool, Matthew. So yes, I've been playing some Civ 5, as we just discussed. And other than that, I really haven't been touching many video games. It's been college. It's been college, because guess what, guys? In 2 weeks, basically 2 weeks, give or take a little bit more, we're done.
Yeah, I know. It's exciting, isn't it?
It's exciting. But we also have an announcement to make before I forget. Next week, we record these on Thursday. Next Thursday is the American holiday of Thanksgiving. So for all of you Americans out there, I hope you all have a good Thanksgiving. And for all of you non-Americans out there, I hope you have a great Thursday. But we will not be doing a podcast next week because it's a holiday and we both have family stuff to get to and take care of. And so we will be off next Thursday. So please take that time and feel free to catch up on the past episodes if you haven't already. And, check out our social medias and whatnot. And, that good stuff.
Yeah,
lots more coming after college is over. Lots of cool, good stuff is coming. We got plans.
Stick around.
We got plans. Matthew... Oh, we forgot to set something up for this next segment because things happened and we overlooked a thing. So Matthew, let's go ahead and skip nostalgia for just this moment. And how about we talk about some gaming news first?
Oopsie doopsie.
Why don't you go ahead and let us know about your gaming news and then we'll come back to nostalgia after I quickly type something up.
Alrighty, everybody. So we're going to be talking about Google Stadia and how it's not been that very good. So, as many of you, if anybody doesn't really know what Google Stadia is a service that they're providing, which is basically like cloud gaming. You can play on the cloud, you play on your phone, computer, like TV with no consoles. You can either play their free subscription service, their free service, or you can play their 4K 60 frames per second service, which is $10 a month
I
a
didn't think
year.
they had that out yet.
They have it for people who pre-ordered the $129 Founders Edition. That's what recently had launched. Is what people who paid the $129 just recently got their Founders Editions, and so technically the service is now launched, and unfortunately, to those people that spent $129, people have been kind of frustrated with the fact that it's not been really working at all. So it basically launched broken and unfinished with a lot of features not being present. So basically, some people who pre-ordered the service say they haven't gotten it, the actual Founders Edition package. Instead, they still find themselves waiting for an email for it to actually show up. And,
What are you talking
oh my
about?
gosh.
He's like miming stuff to me.
He's like shaking the microphone over here, everybody.
I'm barely
oh
touching
my
it.
gosh. Can you stop, sir?
It's not affecting the sound.
Yeah, it is.
Not at all.
Oh my gosh.
Please continue, Matthew.
Gosh dang it. I can't go anywhere in here. I'm just going to leave.
This is why we can't have nice things, Matthew.
Soup store.
Okay, but Google Stadia. It's disappointing.
It is. So basically, people who have bought this 129 version are waiting for email confirmation with their logon information to actually use the service, because you need a code to actually get in. If you
Yes.
don't have the Founders Edition, you can't use the service until you get that code. Some Reddit users,
Some users.
some users on the subreddit who for Google Stadia's service, who pre-ordered the game in the console in September, had already received their shipment confirmation and registration emails, while others who pre-ordered in June or such haven't even received anything yet. Also, there's been a lot of issues plaguing the service, such as horrendous latency issues with games like Red Dead Redemption 2 and even multiplayer games, which is another reason why you don't want to play Mortal Kombat 11 on an internet connection.
Buffering.
Like, literally, I watched one of the videos with one of the news stations that were showing off the latency issues, and he pressed a button, and then 2 seconds later, it finally moved.
Yeah, I don't know why Google thought this was a good idea. America is notorious for its shoddy internet access.
Yeah, so it's like, what are you doing? Anyway, so, and also, they're just expecting ISPs to just magically change.
Yeah. Have you ever dealt with an ISP?
No, they're horrible.
What? Your internet's slow, but that's your problem, not ours.
So also,
Yeah.
games on Stadia don't feature any kind of graphical options offered by PC releases.
Well,
Even
yeah.
though it's running on PC servers, players won't also be able to toggle resolutions, visual or texture effects, or frames per second. So you cannot adjust the frames per second for certain games. Also, the service is missing a lot of features at launch. Things like Stream Connect, State Share, and Crowd Play. Features which basically what these features allow you to do is allow to join another one's game and make Stadia more than just a glorified remote play. So basically, for example, you see a video ad for a video game you really like, and then you see a button in that at the end of that video saying "Play now." Basically, that's kind of like a feature. Or you see a YouTuber playing a game, or on like Twitch or something, and you're like, "Oh man, this looks cool. I want to play with him." Hit this button, and you're in the game. That's cool, right? That works, and that would be cool in theory.
It would be interesting in theory, yeah.
That's the one thing that makes Google Stadia unique, is it's really like easy to jump into it. But there's so many issues plaguing the service that it just makes it inconvenient. Like, so many reviewers that have said, who have mentioned this, have just absolutely hated it. Heck, there's not even an achievement system at launch. And also, another thing that really makes people very angry is you cannot use an existing Chromecast Ultra to play the games on, even though it's not just like,
So Google's own other hardware you can't use.
you can't use it. You have to use the one they ship with the controller for the Pro Edition, because they haven't updated the firmware onto the older ones.
So the thing that I've always thought about Google is they make pretty dang good software, but their hardware is
horrible.
Garbage. It's garbage. But I mean, it's a great idea. I think in 20 years, this could be the new thing. I just feel like it's probably a little bit ahead of its time.
But you know why I feel like they rushed it? It's because xCloud's coming around, the Xbox's streaming service, and their streaming service literally, like Google was freaking like rushing this out just so that way they can be the first to market.
Yeah.
Even if it was horrid at launch, they didn't care. They wanted to shove it out. Because Xbox was like, oh yeah, we're gonna have 50 games at launch of the service. It's gonna be like super cheap and affordable.
And they're proven to be able to make good hardware.
And it's Olive Cart. You know what Stadia does? Like you pay $10 a month. What do you get? You only get the ability to stream in 4K and 60 frames per second. You still have to buy the games at full price.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
That's stupid.
That's ridiculous.
With xCloud, it's like Olive Cart. You just buy it and then that's it.
Yeah, because it's still Xbox. And that's the other thing that works,
like
that I think would work even better with Xbox, is that they already have a console established. They have tons of consoles established with loads of games that they could utilize this platform with. Google is just third-party system. It doesn't have any games of its own to even push their system out, which I think is one of the hardest things for them to overcome, is that like Xbox has games that is mainstay games for Xbox, and it will always be on Xbox, and I think that'll really help with their streaming service. But Google just doesn't have anything. It's just Google. It's just like, hey, all you third-party guys, come be on our system. Why? Because ISPs will do the right thing.
They'll do the right thing.
They'll do the right thing.
Because that's what always happens. They
course.
always have the right thing.
Of
They always
course.
got the consumers.
Corporate think tanks never make any mistakes, ever. They're perfect in every way.
They're perfect in every way.
Oh, also, we wanted to mention that this podcast is not specifically for children. It's not specifically for children.
Oh, you really have to go there.
I had to bring it up a little bit. This podcast is for everyone, for ages anything to anything. So, yes, just putting that out there. FCC. Or wait, FTC? FCC.
Yes, FTC.
FTC.
Wow.
Yeah, our podcast is for all ages. Anyways.
I can't right now. Anyway, Cody.
Yes.
You have a story.
Oh, yeah.
You do.
Hey, you know that game that exists?
What game? Yeah, that game that exists.
Red Dead Redemption 2?
I do.
You know what's so great about PC?
Mods.
Nothing. Mods is what's so great about PC. And you know
really?
this huge open world Red Dead Redemption game that everybody loves, and it's the new one, it's so cool. Well, you know what it doesn't have or didn't have that the first one did? A zombies mode. There is now a mod for Red Dead Redemption 2 on PC that is zombies.
What?
Yes.
Holy.
So, it's very, very bare bones at the moment, but there's a team of modders working on a Red Dead Redemption 2 zombie mod, and it looks very promising. So, from what I understand, it's your basic zombies. You load into the game, and you're fighting zombies, and the information comes from a YouTube channel, Jetty Josh 920. Excuse me. That had the first glimpses of the mode. It was yesterday, according to this article, which I found on Polygon, written by Charlie Hall, published on November 21st, 2019, so the day we're recording this. So yeah, Wednesday, November 20th is when this video dropped. And I don't know if the mod is available yet, but I am pretty sure that it will be available very soon if it's not available yet. So if you have Red Dead Redemption 2 on PC, there's an awesome zombies mod for you to play if you would like to. Matthew, did you ever play the original zombies mod on Red Dead 1?
It wasn't a mod originally. It was a DLC.
Well, yeah, DLC is what I meant to say.
And yes, I did.
How
and
did
I
you?
loved it
Yeah.
very much. So I'm very much excited to see stuff like that.
And
I
you-
do want to see Rockstar actually make an official sequel follow up to that
Mm-hmm.
because Undead Nightmare was awesome.
Let's hope
And
Rockstar doesn't do what they usually do in this case and try to squish modders, and instead is like, oh hey, you guys made something awesome. Let's just pay you money to make it better. That would be really cool.
they're just like, hey, we can make money off of this. Hey guys, hey guys,
Yeah.
hey, you want to work at
exactly.
Rockstar? We'll give you jobs,
Yeah.
and also,
Each
we'll
zombie
pay you money.
costs $1.99 to unlock.
Well, no, they'll just make like, hey, you know what? Rockstar obviously needs help making content because they're so bad at making content for their
Obviously.
online.
Obviously. But yes.
Obviously,
So really cool zombie mod for Red Dead 2. And you played Red Dead 2. Do you think it would work well with a zombie mod?
yes.
Because I have not played Red Dead 2 just yet, but I do intend to get it on PC once it comes on sale.
Listen. I'm about to interject a controversial opinion.
Do it. We're all about controversies here. We're really not. So
It's not like I don't like Red Dead 2.
and our podcast gets shut down.
Cancel culture.
Okay, let me say words for Matthew here. He's not saying it's bad. He's saying that he does not like it.
I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm
Yes.
just saying I do not like it because compared to the original one, I feel like they focus more on realism than they do actual gameplay.
I've heard that.
And that's a problem,
Yeah.
in my opinion. If you're one of those people that like having more realism in your games, then by all means, go ahead and play it. You'll have a very much of a blast. But there's just so many little itty bitty things that get in the way of your gameplay experience. And also,
I've heard instead of going around the tiny tree bush, if the horse even gets anywhere close to it, it will just crumple to the ground, which is stupid.
Also, the wanted level system in this game is just weird because I swear everybody's a snitch. Like I'll be shooting in the middle of nowhere, and then all of a sudden, like, oh, and then I'm just like, how do you see this?
See, Matthew, this is what's so great about PC. That kind of stuff can get modded out and fixed that way. So I am looking forward to the game on PC because I do like a little bit of realism in my games. Not always, and only rarely, but I think that Red Dead 2 will be a good game for me.
Also, I
Personally.
was kind of hoping that they would change the mission structure of things other than go to point A and do this, then go to point B and do this. And it's pretty much a lot of driving like in GTA 5 because I didn't really like that kind of mission structure. I wanted more than just that. I understand it's an open world game. I guess that's a controversial opinion there. It's like,
Yeah, I mean,
really wish
everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
because the majority of missions in GTA 5, and I'm not saying the missions are bad or anything. I'm just saying the fact of
Matthew, you're
it gets-
attacking two beloved games right now, so you
I
gotta
love
be.
GTA
you're on
5.
thin ice.
You know what I do every time I go into GTA 5?
Yes,
I go blowing everything up.
exactly,
That's what they need to do. They need to make a game for just the kind of people
dude.
that just blow.
It's called Just Cause 4. It's out there. That's what the game is.
Oh man, I know what I'm going. Let's go, Cody.
It's Just Cause 4. And he's literally walked out the door now, guys. Literally. No, he opened it and shut it and pretended to walk out the door.
All right, we got it. Okay, obviously that's our next live
Dude, it's
stream.
literally just Cause 4. That's the game you want.
And then you realize you can just download it online.
It's all about unwanted destruction. That's like what it is.
Or I could play this other game.
This other game.
Okay,
Okay, so
let's
that
move on.
is our gaming news. We're going to backtrack here a little bit, guys, to our first segment, which we now have something written here for, nostalgia. So, Matthew, what was the first video game or games that you ever remember playing?
Oh God.
So, what was your first foray into video games, the early days? And this can be multiple games because I've got a few games that I played that that
don't
brought me into
remember
it.
my first video game.
Yeah, but like, what was the game that you remember as being the game that solidified your love for video games?
Ooh,
If you don't
that's
have an answer just yet, I can answer for mine.
Go ahead, you go
Okay.
first.
So there's a few games. First of all, Galaga. Whenever my mom and I and my sister went to the laundromat to do our laundry, there was a Galaga machine there, and I loved playing that game so much. I was no good at it whatsoever. But whenever I played it, that was really fun. Super Mario Brothers on the NES, the square box one, not the sleek gray one. The NES, I think is what it is, with the
NES?
huge cartridges.
The NES.
Yeah. So the Super Mario Brothers on that. Duck Hunt. Oh boy, Duck Hunt.
I shot the dog. I wish
How
I shot the
could you?
dog.
Duck Hunt was a game ahead of its time. I just have to say that. Like being able to point this gun at the screen and it hit where you're pointing it.
Oh, you can't say that. This is child friendly.
No, we're not child friendly. That's the point. We are all ages. Gun is the word that I said that was pointed at the screen. Little piece of plastic, literally, with like probably, I don't know how they did that with that sort of technology.
Basically, from my knowledge, because I remember seeing a video of it, basically when you shoot the trigger, the screen for a quick second will flash black and white. And what it is with that is it will, on where the area where you're shooting at, where that duck is, it'll be a white square. And on the gun itself, it has a light sensor on it. So if it detects a certain level of brightness, it will count as a hit.
So that's why I was such a good shot.
Yeah, so literally, if you wanted to, you could just take it up to a lamp and just be like, pew, 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 pew.
Okay.
So there you go, kids. If you want to go ahead and cheat in the Duck Hunt and get like the highest score humanly possible, all you need to do is just aim the light gun over on top of a light source.
Okay, but still.
That's also the reason why it doesn't work anymore on HD televisions. That's why it doesn't.
Yeah.
Guns don't work.
Yeah, because it's not that kind of television anymore. But yeah, so Galaga, Super Mario Brothers. A little later in life, another game that I really, really loved and like solidified my love for video games was Guitar Hero. I think that's a game that has kind of been forgotten in time, and it's not the most sophisticated game, but it was really enjoyable to play that game and like go up against your siblings and whatnot. So yeah, I think the game I would have to, well, of course, the game I'd have to say most is my favorite game, Zelda: Ocarina of Time. But like the earliest game that I can ever remember it was a game on, I think it was Windows XP. No, the one before Windows XP. What was that? Before XP. I don't know.
Windows 20 or Windows 1990 and 98.
I don't know. It was a really old Windows operating system.
Windows 98.
Pinball.
Oh,
it was an old pinball game that came standard with old Windows machines.
They need to bring that back. Like, can we get a petition?
That was back? I think it exists. That was the game right there. That like
no, it needs to be installed
earliest,
on every Windows
earliest
copy.
Days. Every Microsoft product.
Every
needs
Microsoft
to have that.
It needs to be an Easter egg in every one of them.
You buy a Microsoft phone and it's on there.
Yes,
but yes, so I think that's the earliest game that I can ever remember playing, and I played that thing for hours, man, hours. And this was back in the day when didn't have access to very much variety of stuff.
I will say this now that I got an idea.
Okay.
Didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, that's fine. I was done with my thought anyway.
The first games that I played, because I can't name a specific one.
Right.
If we're talking about just first couple games I played, I remember I actually did play on my uncle's old Windows computer. It had Windows 98 on it, and we would.
I think that's what I was looking for. Yeah.
Yeah. And I played PC games on it, so I started off playing on PC, and then
you started with the superior machine,
and then it went down. Everything went downhill afterwards.
We're just like controversy left and right.
Anyway, so I started playing.
I'm just kidding. PC's not the superior machine. It's obviously mobile. Okay, continue.
Yes, obviously.
Obviously.
I played a bunch of games we'd get at garage sailing with my grandparents, and one game I played was that I got garage sailing when I was like 10 or something, was Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Which one?
It was the first one.
Nice.
The original Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Nice.
and I loved it. I really loved amusement park games for the longest time when I was a kid. I went on to play Thrillville.
Oh,
And
Thrillville.
you know what? I have
Dude,
a
my
copy of that.
And I would say an old friend, but an old ex-friend of mine stole my copy of Thrillville.
I have a copy
Stole
of it
it.
if you want to play.
Dude, that game.
Oh,
That
did
game
you play
is
the
like
second
my
one?
childhood. I don't remember. I
The
played
second
one
one's
of them.
off the rails.
Yes, that's what it was. It was
Oh, my
Thrillville
God.
off the rails. Oh
I
my
love it.
god, I forgot about that game.
I would make roller coasters,
Dude,
and then I'd be like, I'm
I
gonna
know,
kill them.
right? And
You're-
okay, but my Roller Coaster Tycoon was Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. And I still have my copy of it actually today.
Oh, I lost mine.
Dude,
I'm
I
so
have mine
sad.
and it has all the DLC too.
They still sell the original in stores.
Yeah, I think Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 though is hard to find nowadays or something, but anyway, continue with your things.
Also, another PC game that my uncle had was Myst, which I actually talked a little bit before we did the podcast.
Yeah, you brought it up.
And that was actually it was a first person's puzzle game
Mhm.
where your protagonist comes across a mysterious book,
Mhm.
and there's only one page on the book, and it's just a picture, and you touch it, and then you're transported towards this island called the island, and you don't know what's going on,
Mhm.
and then you do a bunch of puzzles, and then you start to uncover the story of it,
Mhm.
and this ancient civilization called the Denny, probably butchering their name here, of people that could write books and write worlds into existence.
Mm.
And then they created these things called linking books, and they had book series for the whole thing too. It was really cool, and it went on, and then Ubisoft bought them, and then that's when the series went downhill. It wouldn't be the first time Ubisoft made something go
Yeah.
downhill. But anyway, but my first actual video game, I would say, that got me into gaming.
Mhm.
This is gonna sound really bad. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Before anyone goes off on me for stating that, I really liked Modern Warfare. It was the best Call of Duty game.
No,
First off, for me.
I will say real quick, I have no issues with Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I think that game does what it does very well, and it is an introduction into video games for a lot of people. And I think that's totally okay. I don't like the newer games. I'll just say that. But I think as a series overall, it's done some good.
All Gillied Up was one mission that I loved.
I have a question
And-
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coming up in the future segments, but continue.
So I loved All Gillied Up. I loved Mile High Club. I loved all the missions in it. I loved the
That really explains a lot as to like your how why you're so attached to the Call of Duty series.
That's why
I didn't know
get
it was like
so
your
angry with
main
them.
one. Yeah.
I get so angry with them because
Mhm.
it's like I don't do this because I hate them. If
Yeah.
I hated Call of Duty, I just do what I do with EA and Star Wars Battlefront and just ignore it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like I get angry with them because this is a series that I grew up with, and
Mhm.
for them to pretty much pee all over
Yeah.
it makes me angry.
Yeah. I knew the words you were wanting to use there, but we can't use
gonna
that word
be-
because we're appealing to all audiences, all of them.
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 Yes.
Except for kids. We're only for we're family friendly, but we're
We're
not just
for
kids.
everyone involved. But Matthew, when you were talking, that brought up a memory of mine that was an even older game that I played, and for the life of me, I can't remember what it was.
Was it 007?
No, it was some sort of point and click adventure game on the computer, and all I remember is that it was like this old mansion, and it was sort of like a mystery thing. And there were like these mini games you could play where like you're jumping up these tree limbs. It was really colorful, and it was so long ago. And like I don't even know how old I was when I played this. I must have been in my first few years of life, like around 5 years old or something. But I played it on my grandpa's computer, which was like an old dinosaur of a computer, so bad. But it was, man, I can't remember it for the life of me. I think it might have been like a VeggieTales themed game. Not quite sure, but dude, like just talking about this brings up all of the
All
older
these
games
memories.
that
and
I've
then
played.
you go, holy crap, I feel old. Do you
I
remember?
know. I've probably put like years of my life into playing like video game time. It's bad.
Do you remember playing any of those Flash games that you played in like middle school or elementary? Because there was one
I never
that
played Oregon
specifically
Trail
remember.
like everyone else did.
I never did either.
But there was well, yeah, of course the Flash games. Like there was the ones where narwhals are going at each other. There's ones where you have armies on
The
two sides of the
arrows?
screens. There's like those little tank games that you played. You always looked for the Weebly, the Weebly websites because those were the ones that weren't blocked
Cool
by your-
Math.
Yeah, coolmath.com. Oh my god, cool. Dude, lemonade stand.
Oh my.
Oh my goodness,
You know what
guys,
makes
we're
me
going down a trip here. You're coming with us. Yeah, Newgrounds.
You know what
Newgrounds.
makes me? Oh man, there was this game.
Mm.
That was a Flash game that I really liked playing in middle school. It was for the Goosebumps series of books. It was called Horrorland
Okay.
or Enter Horrorland.
I think I actually read that book, but yeah.
It was based on the book series when he released all these different Horrorland books. But it basically would let you go through the entire park. And as a kid, I grew up on Goosebumps.
Oh yeah, Goosebumps was
And
awesome with that freaky dog with the yellow
Oh
eyes.
my gosh, you were
Dude.
scared of that too?
Dude, that dog was so scared. Well, freaking out. What the heck,
I
man?
remember
I
when I
love
was
dogs,
young,
and then
I
he
was
just
like-
looks at you and just.
And I
Oh
was
my
started
goodness.
panicking. I was like, ah,
That dog is freaky, man.
that's the spawn of Satan there.
Yeah.
Oh God, don't
Holy
do that to
crap.
Fido. But
I'm-
yeah, no, I always wanted to see Horrorland.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wanted to explore it because that was my favorite book of the trilogy.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm disappointed in freaking Sony that they were they still have not made a Goosebumps movie in Horrorland.
Tony, why are you doing this?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, but we need to move on. But I have one more thing I want to talk about. Did you ever do the thing? Okay, I'll talk about it, and you can tell me if you've ever done this. So we had this game. It's called Black Hawk Down on the PS2, and it was basically like a rip-off Call of Duty. Effectively, it was
boy.
like an off-brand Call of Duty, and there was split screen in it. There was 4-player split screen.
Mm-hmm.
And me, my sister, my uncle, and my dad, on rare occasions, we had this big, fat, like really old tube television. And what we would do is for this 4-player split screen is we'd play, and then my dad would get so angry that I would screen cheat, quote unquote, and I would just like run up to him and stab him, and one stab in this game kills him. And he was just like, ah! And like literally he would just point his gun up in the air because he didn't know how to use the controller, and he would just do spinning circles shooting in the air. It's like, where are you? And I'm just standing there right next to him, stab. And so we would play this so often. Yeah, we would play this so often that we ended up getting a system worked out to where we would cut up pieces of cardboard into 4 squares. My dad's like duct tape and glue and cardboard. He can do anything with that. And we would like divide the TV up into 4 squares so no one could see the other person's screen. And there was this one time where we were playing on this huge map. It was like some construction yard. There was a big basin. And there was like a path around it. It was like an oval shape of construction. There were like some houses on one side and then a big building on the other side. Well, in this game, like Call of Duty, they had grenade launchers on your gun.
Did you YouTube?
And I was carrying around a grenade launcher. I'll get to it. Well, dude, I was a child, all right? Fight me.
YouTubing
Fight
over
me.
here.
Fight me.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
so all 4 of us were playing. We had our little cardboard square set up so no one could see where anyone else was. And I was just sitting there on the one end of the huge map with the giant building. And on the very end where the draw distance was just about to filter out and you could barely see anything, I saw a movement. And they were just like running back and forth. And so I aimed my gun up really high. I hit the little D-pad and it went ka-chunk to set in my grenade launcher, and I went boom, and I waited, nothing happened, and then I thought I heard something coming close to where I was, so I started moving. I was running, and then from the other part of the screen, I heard, "Oh no! How'd you get me?" And I've never been so proud of my elite gamer skills. Because it was the perfect shot, and yeah, I love it.
Oh my god.
Dude, video games are amazing, and if you listen to our podcast and you don't play video games, go play some video games.
But they cause violence.
Hey, fight me.
Oh.
Actually, that's what we're gonna do next in our versus segment. So, first let's talk about last week's versus segment.
I don't
So
wanna talk
Matthew,
about
so
Are you shocked? Do we need to even say anything?
okay. So last week,
We should only talk about it when we actually.
last week, it was Doctor Strange versus Scarlet Witch. I chose Doctor Strange and Matthew chose Scarlet Witch. Well, according to the numbers, 13 of you voted, and 9 people voted for Doctor Strange, while 4 people voted for Scarlet Witch.
To the people who voted for him, why would you do this?
Thank you all
to
for
me?
the well deserved decision. However, I will say, we've changed it up this week. It's different.
did.
Every time that me and Matthew do this, we have a detailed discussion about why we should discuss who we're discussing, who they're fighting.
And
And so that it's like sort of even and it could go either way and there's a good discussion to be had. Well, this time we picked like a genre of people, and me and Matthew both picked one protagonist. It was we could pick any protagonist, like from anything, as long as the other person knows what the protagonist is. Hopefully. I don't know what Matthew picked, but he's got a really stupid look on his face right now, and I'm concerned. But, so neither of us know which protagonist we picked. So this could go really bad or this could go really good, and then we're gonna have a
find
discussion, and it's gonna be up to you guys about who wins. So, any protagonist. So Matthew,
Let me go first.
let's say our protagonists at the same time.
Ready?
Okay, 3,
3,
2, 1.
Doom
One
guy.
Punch Man. I win.
Nope,
I've
sorry.
won. I've already won.
Doom Guy's Doom Guy.
No one can beat One Punch Man.
That's such a cheap
No,
move.
it's not. It's any protagonist. Any.
I thought you were
gonna pick Goku.
No.
That's who I thought you would have picked.
I was going to say Gordon Freeman when you asked, are you going to pick the guy with G?
Oh no.
I was going to pick like Doomsday originally.
Gordon Freeman. I didn't think he was a protagonist. I
Half-Life.
thought he was an antagonist.
No, he's a scientist.
I don't know. I'm not a Half-Life fan. But, so One Punch Man versus Doom Guy. I think I've won this one, Matthew.
No.
Yeah, I'm
Guy.
pretty sure I've
No,
won this
it's
one.
Doom Guy.
Pretty sure I've won this one.
He literally punched Satan
Dude,
in the face.
literally, One Punch Man could flick Satan and he would die.
You know what? Here's the thing. If you try to kill Doom Guy, sure, you may kill him, but you know what he's going to do? He's going to go to heck.
He's gonna go to heck, guys.
He's going to go to heck. We can't say that other word. He's going to go on down
We can
there.
and we'll say that other word, which is... This podcast is no longer available. Please go to the FTC website to make the complaint.
Hell.
Oh, well, we're shut down now.
He could literally go down to hell. Yeah, we're talking about the place, not like, you know.
Yeah, it's
about
fine.
something. Anyway, he literally
Oh,
go to
hell.
Oh, hell. He goes to
All
hell.
right, guys.
And then he will literally, like, the demons will try to be like, oh, yes, we finally have him, guys. It's meal time. And then he'll punch him in the face and be like, not today, Satan. Pulls a shotgun.
Not today.
Not to sassy all up in here. Just being like, not today, Satan.
Not today, Felicia.
Get away
I
from me,
don't know where it's
Felicia.
from.
I want to speak to your manager.
Why does the Doom Guy sound like a Muppet?
She sounds like Karen.
That's why no one's ever seen what Doom Guy looks like, because he's Karen. Because he's actually the embodiment of all
He's
Karens.
the ultimate Karen.
The ultimate Karen.
I wanna speak
The
to your
final
manager.
evolution of Karen.
The demons try to take
Okay,
care
if
of the
anyone listening right now
situation.
is named Karen, we're not picking on you, but we love your name, and please never change.
Never change at all. We
Never
love you,
change.
Karen.
Okay, so One Punch Man could literally just one punch him into hell, and
He would come right on back.
he'd one punch him again,
And he would come
and
right
again,
back.
and again.
And again.
And then he would punch himself to go down to hell with him, and then punch him in hell and finish him off.
Yeah,
He would punch his soul out of him, effectively.
You cannot kill him. Many have tried.
You can't kill
Even-
One Punch Man.
So it'd be a stalemate.
Many
then.
have tried. No,
Many
One
have
Punch Man would win.
No.
Easily. There's only so many times you can come back.
Yeah, but, it's Doom Guy. You're going to have a very hard time killing him.
Not at all, One Punch.
No.
One Punch Man. It's
Nope.
in the name.
It's Doom Guy. Doom Guy literally has fought hordes
Excuse
upon
me.
hordes of the undead.
One Punch Man has literally fought hordes upon hordes of horrible monster guys. Literally, he fought a giant like death guy who crushed a city with one step.
He fought Satan.
Well, he's fought a crab guy with underwear. So I mean, it's pretty obvious who's gonna win this one. But it's up for you guys to decide. So let us know. Go to our social media pages. Facebook is Back from the Grid Podcast. Twitter and Twitch are Back from the Grid. Go let us know on, I think it's probably just Facebook because that's where we post the thing.
So what everyone needs to do is
but go to Twitter too.
Obviously vote for the obvious
vote
winner.
for the one who will obviously win, which is of course the one who has in his name the ability to punch people with one time and kill them. But
I mean, if you want to lose, you can go ahead and pick that option. But if you want to
go
pick
let
the
us
man,
know on our social medias, and yeah, we'll be interested to see what you guys think.
if you want to pick the winner here, obviously you need to pick Doom Guy.
Yes, and feel free to leave a comment with your after you vote, and let us know why you picked the way you did. We would love to hear you guys' comments and opinions on this interesting topic. So Matthew,
It's the next segment, guys. You know what segment it is next, don't you?
I have it ready, Matthew.
You do.
I have it ready.
So
You ready to hear it?
I'm ready.
LPIA1.
Oh my gosh.
It's LPIAY with your host of the most.
Obviously. Anyway, last podcast, I asked you, what movie are you looking forward to watching and why? Unfortunately, we got no answers.
It happens,
But,
but we can still give our
we can
answers.
still talk about it. So, Cody, which
What?
movie are you looking forward to and why?
That's a good question. There's a few. There's a few.
Star Wars.
I mean, I'll watch it, but I'm not really like waiting for it.
You'll watch it
Also, I watched The
online.
Mandalorian, and that was interesting.
You don't-
That's all I want to say about it.
Are you enjoying it or are you hating
It was interesting.
Oh, you don't like it?
We'll talk about it on another podcast. Because I don't think it's had enough time to establish itself. Because as a TV show, it does have the chance to build up to something. But the first two episodes were really, really...
Pilots?
It doesn't... I don't feel like it's come into its own yet. I feel like it's trying to be something it's not at the moment.
I've heard some really good reviews about it.
I get the feeling that you have to be like a really big Star Wars nerd in order to
Realize it.
realize how good it is.
Are like a super...
Yeah, I know. I vaguely know about it because I played like on some Star Wars stuff, and I know things about Star Wars. But regardless, that's not what we're talking about. The one that I'm looking forward to, the movie that I'm looking forward to the most, I think at this point has got to be like Sonic.
Really?
I really want to see how they do with that.
Oh, because of what they did.
Mm-hmm. I
That's
really want
exciting.
to
I'm
see
excited
the
for it.
improvement. Yeah.
You imagine this was all some marketing ploy, and they actually.
I know, but I really don't think it is. Really don't think it is, but it could be. But it could be.
There's a chance.
I think that really, there's just not a movie that jumps to my mind right now that I'm interested in. The next Marvel movie, yeah, I'm interested in that. The Fantastic Four movie that's coming out with John Krasinski as Richard and what's her face as the Invisible Woman.
I do not know what's
I
her
don't know
face's name.
either, but she's a great actor. I know I've seen her in a lot of stuff. Those are movies. But yeah, like I think just the closest one has got to be Sonic because I just really want to see how they improved upon it.
Well, obviously, you didn't list the most important option.
What's that?
Cats comes out.
That was the first one I thought of, but I knew you were going to want to talk about it.
I want to say something, guys.
Oh, he's going to say something.
I'm going to say something. Obviously, I'm going to go watch Cats. Obviously,
we got to talk about it.
Obviously,
on the
we're
show.
going to talk about it. So I'm going to get a bunch of people together. We're going to go watch it in the movie theaters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to dress up as Garfield the cat.
No, you're not.
And I'm going to say,
I'm not
wow.
going to watch that movie with you. To do that.
Why not? What if I buy
We'll buy
you...
our tickets on separate rows. How about that?
I don't know him.
I don't know that guy.
Oh, heck yeah. I'm going to go see Taylor Swift in that new Cats movie.
I want to see that so bad because it's going to be so horrible.
I'm going to literally...
I hope it's good. I hope beyond all the expectations everyone has that it is a great movie. But I don't think it will be. I think it's going to be a great movie for a different reason.
So we're gonna all laugh at it.
Because we're all going to be laughing. But, we'll see.
So, but yeah, no. Quite literally though, I'm gonna get a bunch of people together. And maybe we'll review it.
Yeah.
I literally watched like an hour worth of just analyzing just the trailer.
It seems like you're getting a little too invested in this one, Matthew. All right, but what's next week's question? Because we're
running low on that sweet
running low
old
on time.
So next week's question for our best and most favorited segment of the entire podcast.
Trying. There it is.
LPIAY.
LPIAY.
LPIAY. What are you thankful for this year? Because obviously Thanksgiving's coming up and we won't be having a podcast on Thanksgiving. We'll mention that a little bit more. But yeah, no, what are you thankful for this year? Go ahead, write your comments down in there with that hashtag.
Hashtag Aldidadamoa.
Hashtag LPIAY Thanksgiving.
Yes.
2019.
Or just go to
Or
our
just Thanksgiving.
Facebook page or Twitter page and let us know what you think. So we're moving on to our last and final segment, which is Matthew's new favorite segment that I am going to be running today.
Oh, yeah.
Because Matthew did the last two. I was going to do the last one, but I did not have time to work it out. So Matthew, this is your gaming quiz segment where you guys can all play along. And today I will be your host.
With the most.
With the most, apparently. That's what it says on this paper. Okay, so I gotta work out my best host voice. So
you gotta give him a second. You gotta like.
All right, so today
Oh my god! No.
Let's see. So we're gonna be talking about Call of Duty.
Cringe. Hey, you're
That's my
reenacting a
Stitch
really
voice.
good. That's a really good reenactment of all.
today
the
we're gonna be talking about Call of Duty, the game, the series that Matthew knows the best. Wait, hold on. I have a perfect voice for this. Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, unite! Matthew, we're gonna be talking about Call of Duty today.
Oh, cringe!
Do you know what do you know about this topic? Okay, I'll stop.
Nothing
That's
of
hard.
interest. I don't want whatever you're saying. I'm not
I just had to get into the zone.
auto
Mermaid
zone.
Man and Barnacle Boy, unite! All right, Matthew. First question, ladies and gentlemen. You are welcome to join in. I need to get my timer running right now. Matthew, entertain them for a second.
So obviously we are just letting you guys know not having a podcast next Thursday. Why? I think that's obvious. You guys should know. Wow, you guys are so inconsiderate all of a sudden. What's wrong? Is it me or is it you? Anyway, no. So
Okay. All
Thanksgiving.
right, Matthew. Gaming quiz. Are you ready?
yes.
First question. What year was Call of Duty World at War released?
2008.
Was it? You gotta give the viewers time to answer, Matthew. Was it option
I'm
number
sorry.
A, 2005? Option number B, 2003? Option number C, 2008? Or option number D, 2010. Matthew has chosen option number C. That is correct. That is one correct answer, Matthew. Congratulations.
That was so quick.
You have 1 point.
That's one freaking
Good
point.
job. Question number 2. This voice is really
You're
taking it
so
out of me.
peaking.
What nation did the famous Call of Duty Modern Warfare mission All Gillied Up take place in? Was it A, Ukraine, B, Russia, C, Kiev, or D, Kazakhstan? You have 10 seconds. Mine does not beep like yours, Matthew, so I will continue to talk until the 10 seconds are up. 3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna take a shot in the dark here.
What was it?
A.
Ukraine. Is that your final answer, Matthew?
Yes.
You are correct. That's 2 points. Congratulations.
yeah.
I hope all of you at home are playing along. Also, I realize I've been talking very loud, really close to the microphone, so that probably sounds like garbage. Anyway, question number 3. What does the narrator say in Call of Duty World at War Zombies when it is a dog round? Is it A, find me the bone?
Oh my
Is it B, fetch me their soul? Is it C, fight my pets? Or is it D, find the living? You have 10 seconds, Matthew. Consider your answers now.
Oh my god. This is so easy.
I'm gonna use this voice until this is over, Matthew. Even if it kills me. All right, time is up, Matthew. What is your answer?
Fetch me their souls.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, that is 100%.
You are correct! Congratulations! That's 3 points. I hope you at home are playing along. I could run Jeopardy! Question number 4! Oh my god.
Run Jeopardy!
Alright. Question number 4. Holy garbage. What studio created the game Modern Warfare 2? Is it A, Treyarch, B, Amaze Entertainment, C, Grey Matter, or D, Infinity Ward? You have 10 seconds, Matthew. Think of your answers now. Oh my god.
I'm crying.
I am too.
Crying.
Time's up, Matthew. What is your answer?
Obviously, Infinity Ward.
Is that your final answer?
I don't know. Is it? Is it anyone's final answer?
I need a straight answer. Yes or no?
Do you know the answer?
What is the answer, Matthew? You have 3 seconds. 1.
Yes, that's my final
All right,
answer.
you are correct. Congratulations. Final question, and then I can stop using this stupid voice. Question number 5. Hold on, I have to reset it. Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, unite! Question number 5. How many Call of Duty games are there in total? Is it A, 16, B, 17, C, 13, or D, 15? My timer screwed up.
That is
okay,
not
you
up
have
to date.
10 seconds, Matthew.
That is not up to date.
Well, it's what Google told me, so what do you think Google's answer would be? Your time is up, Matthew. What is your final answer? Don't be looking up the question, you cheater.
16.
Screw you. You lose the point. That's 4 out of 5.
I didn't even type it in
Congratulations.
yet.
You.
I don't believe you. Oh man, I can't even.
I can't either. All right, good job. Yay.
Yay.
Oh man, that was awful. All right, so thanks for listening to our podcast. Matthew, take us out. I can't even talk anymore.
Yeah, this is not up to date.
Well,
Any
that's
of-
what Google told me, so that's what
Google lied to you.
Oh, it happens. All
darn
right,
it.
so thank you guys so much for listening to our very strange podcast today.
I can't even.
Yeah, I can't even either.
Oh.
As we said at the beginning of the podcast, we're not going to have another one next week, but we will be back the week after that, and then the week after that, we will no longer be in college, so expect many more awesome things, lots more social media, lots more Twitch live streams. We're thinking of maybe even doing some crazy stuff like a live podcast. I don't know. We'll have to see. But if I can speak, Oh, yeah, so thanks for listening, everybody. This was really fun, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Matthew, do you have anything to say as we end our podcast?
It's Barnacle Man and
What? And Mermaid Boy! Unite! All right, thanks
Oh
for
my
listening,
God.
everybody, and we'll see you in the next exciting episode of Back from the Grid podcast.
I can host Jeopardy.
Hey!